So what are we talking about today, Doc?
Well, today I wanted to discuss the importance of a pH balanced body, and doing things to analyze and alkalize your cellular fluids in your body. Our bodies are basically a bag of chemical reactions when it comes right down to it. Chemical reactions behave differently depending on the pH in which the chemical reactions take place. The acidity, is it alkaline or is it acidic?
Which is better for the body? Being
Alkaline.
More
Alkaline. Actually neutral, but slightly alkaline to neutral is better. Almost everyone is too acidic. And all the research is now sort of coming about that shows that being too acidic is a common thread to many chronic diseases. Cancer cells thrive in an acidic environment. The acidic body builds up carbon dioxide, leading to decrease in oxygen, which is a real detriment to healing. When you're too acidic, your body will really make some changes to try to neutralize that pH. For instance, your body's always going to fight to keep your blood neutral. That's sort of your body's priority. So if you're too acidic, your body will do things like pull calcium out of your bones and put it in your blood to neutralize your blood's pH, so that your body will fight its hardest to keep your blood pH neutral.
So that's how it does it. It grabs calcium from the bone?
From the bones, leading to thinning bones and osteoporosis.
Oh.
So it's not necessarily always a calcium problem. Many times it's a pH or an acidity problem. And
it's so funny we're talking about this because just this week I read a story about beer. And drinking a beer was like eating a beer has as much acid in it. It is as acidic as eating a few tomatoes. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost everything we eat or drink now makes us more acidic. So pH affects almost every function in the human body. You know, we're a bag of chemical reactions, and when you're too acidic, those chemical reactions don't work like they should. Now, our body's pH has dropped significantly over the last 50 years or so, to the point now that we're almost all too acidic on the pH scale. The Earth is even becoming more acidic over time. The pH of the ocean has dropped over the past 100 years significantly, and that's even affecting coral and plant life. So it's not just inside our bodies, it's outside of our bodies that's becoming too acidic as well. And even the pH of the soil can have a significant effect on the food that grows there. So if the pH of the soil that the food is growing in is low, then the food will have very little mineral content, especially calcium and magnesium, because the plants use these minerals as a buffer to balance their own pH. So having things being too acidic is detrimental to our health in many, many ways. And the use of current mass food production principles robs the food of the proper mineral content because it's done in a more acidic environment. And this has gotten so bad that one apple in 1939 has the same mineral content as 58 apples today. So
you said that before on the show.
It's just phenomenal.
That blows me away.
We get about 22% of the minerals that we got 50 years ago. 22%. So most of us are mineral short, have a lack of minerals, and we're too acidic. And this is detrimental to our health. And on top of that...
Well, it's okay because Deb just did a report on the news. Today's the last day of the Earth.
Yeah, eBible says that the world ends today.
Oh, wow. So we should party down then.
Well, what you're saying is a moot point. I'm sorry.
Now, this isn't recognized by traditional American blood work. And the reason it's not is because, like I said, your body's going to always fight to make your blood neutral. So what we're talking about here is the intercellular fluid. The fluid that is bathing your cells, not your blood, the other fluid in your body. The fluid that's between your cells can be too acidic. Now you gotta picture a cell. A cell is sitting in fluid, and that fluid is where all the nutrition is. It's where all of the healthy parts that the cell needs go through the cell wall and into the cell to feed it.
So it doesn't want to be floating around in donut juice, does
Yes,
it?
exactly. Yeah.
Dang
Not
the bad
too
luck.
good. Yeah, not too good.
But how do you know where you're at and what to do about it?
Well, there's several ways that we analyze and we fix the problem. But the thing about it is that people don't even realize this. They don't even realize that they're too acidic. And this fluid that's around our cells has to be healthy. That's how nutrition gets in the cell. That's how waste products get out of the cell. That's how the cell stays healthy. And so, many of us could do things even at a cellular level to make our bodies much healthier. So balancing our body's acidity is really important. And this has been dismissed for years, but the National Institutes of Health just released an abstract on all of the studies on this topic, and they found that that what we've been saying in the wellness field for years is balancing your body's pH is really important. So what I thought we would do when we get back from break is I have what Deb was just asking me, like how do you know, how do you fix it? What are things that you can do in order to balance your body's acidity? And the truth is, there's lots of things that you can do.
Well,
I
have a quick question. Can you feel okay and be too acidic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is something this is more of a long-term chronic thing. So in other words, this is going to cause your cells to be unhealthy over your lifetime.
Got it.
And it can cause some immediate problems, but most of the time this is something that's taking place under the surface that people don't realize is going on. And our diet makes us too acidic. What we drink makes us too acidic. A cold drink is a 2.5 on the pH scale. 7 is neutral. So
No,
it's
what you're
like
talking about, like a soft drink.
Yeah, soft drink.
Okay,
Yeah. So if you're drinking acid all day, of course your body is going to be too acidic.
Sure.
Our food, even our water, is slightly acidic. So what I'm going to do when we get back from break is we're going to talk about how we test it, what we do about it, what are the supplements that you can take in order to fix it, and how can you fight off some of the biggest killers in the world of health? Because everything from cancer to other chronic diseases are more likely if your body is too acidic, and most of us are. So we want to get you back up to a neutral pH. In fact, that's one of the first things we look at whenever we go through a wellness program with someone, is because we're going to be changing their chemical reactions and changing their nutrition, we have to start with a neutral pH, or what we're doing is not going to be as effective. So almost step one on our functional nutrition program is let's balance the body's acidity, so when we do add something to your body can absorb it and use it and get rid of waste products like it needs to, and not be stuck in this acidity before we even get started. So stay tuned after the break. We'll go through some details.